Hey guys, so just started watching Flash Season 2, Episode 4, The Fury of Firestorm. Now so far we're on the first commercial break, and this is a great opener. I really like it. I mean, I preferred the last, I think it was last week's opener with the whole Iris and Flash and stuff like that. It was pretty interesting, and the jumping out of the window. But this one was pretty cool, especially with the ending of the opener with Harrison Wells kind of in the shadows and stuff, which is kind of weird. I thought that they would kind of have everything, all security measures to look for something like that, and their their security system would be more beefed up after everything that's been going on, and stuff like that, just to not track any more people and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. I feel like they should be seeing him. Like, how was he able to do that unless this Dr. Stein, or not, what is his name? Reverse Flash Professor, whatever his name is, and like they would know about him doing all this, and if his counterpart from another Earth knows about this and is being so secretive, and I don't know. I feel like there's so much stuff missing around because this version doesn't know what the other version that's now dead from this timeline. This Earth 2 version of him does he know exactly what the Earth 1 version of him actually did, and that's why he's being so secretive. I feel like it's weird. I mean, yeah, we're seeing him in the audience as a villain because we've seen what he's done, and it's back on. I gotta go, but he doesn't know what's going on, or does he? We'll have to wait and see. So it's back on. I gotta go. Bye. Pause. Hey guys, so we're back. Second commercial here of The Flash. And it's definitely very interesting. I mean, I feel like we just saw like Dr. Wells break into this other place and stuff. And I guess that Dr. Wells knows that it is, but I guess I'm curious. I guess it's seeming that is this Eddie Thawne from Earth 2, and in Earth 2, Eddie Thawne is impersonating Harrison Wells in both, Earth 1 and Earth 2. Or did in Earth 1 and now is doing it in Earth 2 or something. I feel like that's very, what a coincidence that they're both doing the same thing. I thought it's not, wouldn't it be different? Harrison Wells doing something different. But who knows? This Harrison Wells could turn out to be good, could turn out to be bad. I don't know. I feel like it's very, very interesting to see, but there's a lot that I feel like needs to be explained. Why does he know about this when he would only need to know about this by this version? I mean, like the originally Harrison Wells would not know Barry Allen if it wasn't for the particle accelerator, and that wouldn't be if it wasn't for Zoom, Reverse Flash actually, which Eddie Thawne. So I don't know. I guess does he know about Barry Allen? Barry Allen. Is there a Barry Allen in the their universe in Earth 2, or is it not? Because Earth 2's Flash is Jake Garrett, but I don't know. It just feels there's something so much missing and stuff. And also wondering is why we haven't seen Jake Garrett yet. I mean, he did just take off like last episode. At the end, he kind of took off, and then Martin Stein went into this thing. I'm surprised we haven't seen Jay yet. Maybe he's just working on other stuff, but I feel like he would have some sort of, I guess there's no Firestorm in his. I find it weird that there's a Professor Stein in Earth 2 and a Professor Stein in Earth 1, and everything's the same except the two Flashes are different, and I guess he doesn't have a Firestorm in his universe or something. I don't know. There's a lot really going on. I think there's a lot going, but then there's a lot to deal with for the writers to just kind of keep it all together. So I don't know. There's just a lot needs to be explained. Hopefully they kind of explain at least the whole Harrison Wells version of it. Where he is, and at least I'd like to see somewhat of Jay in this episode, especially since he should still be around, if I'm not mistaken, from last week's episode. But we'll have to wait and see what we get. Okay, guys, so this is quite funny. I mean, we're back, and so they're escaping, or at least the new Firestorm guy and Caitlin. She's trying to recruit him back, and then the other guy who his powers got unlocked because he touched because he did the thing with Martin Stein, and now they're taking off in an electric car, which was kind of funny because you could tell in an electric car if you would. I mean, I don't know cars, I know nothing about cars, but I could tell that was an electric car because you could hear it backing up, and it sounded like a remote control car. Funny that he didn't just kind of stop their car. Then again, maybe it's not full on electric and it had a engine or whatever, and then I don't know. It was interesting why he was sucking all the lightning, all the like energy from the lights in the car garage, but yet not just stopping the car like there and just going and turning off the car. But he just got his powers, doesn't know. It was nice seeing that cameo again from their I forget her name there, from the original Flash. It was nice seeing her, and and I find it weird that Joe is hiding all this, even though it's not. It's just plain obvious that it's it's Harrison Wells from Earth 2. Just let him know or whatever. But whatever. Other than that, it's sort of cool. And this whole Iris and her mom thing is interesting. Interested to see if it lasts. If they drag it out for the whole season. I don't. Hopefully, maybe with this whole her dying and stuff like that, maybe could just slow it down, because I think if they drag it on too long, it's just gonna get dragged on, and I think it's potentially to getting there. But I think now that they had this, she's dying, they kind of does halt it and kind of makes it, force it to shorten it up and stuff like that. So, which I like about it. It's doing perfect and not too long. It's interesting to see what's going on. But at the end of this episode is kind of predictable. The two Firestorm guys come in, one's right, one's wrong, one's not wrong, and then kind of comes in. So the entirety of this episode is a little bit predictable based off of like the trailers that you saw last week. I knew that's what it was going to be, but hopefully the end fight will just kind of make it worthwhile and not worthwhile. And I also like the beginning when they first met. When was it Barry and Dr. Stein went to get the first guy, and he's like, "Oh, I got some Celine Dion music if you want. I got the Titanic soundtrack," which is funny because actually, Victor Garber actually is it Victor Garber? Yeah, Victor Garber, the actor, was in Titanic, which is good, nice reference there, and I'm gonna continue on. Whoa, so this was pretty interesting. I mean, I don't know how this bad guy, the other guy who didn't get to be Firestorm, why did he choose that exact football field where the other guy got his Firestorm powers or got hit by the particle accelerator? I mean, how did he know and stuff like that? But whatever, little details. Otherwise, it was pretty cool. It definitely just it was a good ending to this episode. I really like it. Like I said, predictable this episode, but then again, but it was still pretty nice to see the nice visual at the end. Definitely can't wait to see what, because if you follow actually Robbie Amell, Stephen Amell's brother, the original Firestorm, the guy Ronnie Raymond, who died, if you check following the actor's Instagram account, you saw that he posted a picture with the new Firestorm guy and saying, welcoming the new Firestorm, blah blah blah, and what he also said in that Instagram photo, he said that but I'll be back and stuff like that, and so that was cool. So interesting to see, hopefully, how long, if he'll be back, like if he's not going to be back to the end till next season. I guess I could see, since they're building up this guy a lot in this Firestorm, they'd probably have him in Legends of Tomorrow and stuff. But hopefully we can get Ronnie maybe back at the end after Legends of Tomorrow. Or next season or something like that, to see how that ends up and stuff. Or something might happen, in Legend of Tomorrow that might mean that Ronnie comes back and the other guy's gone or something. Who knows? But I definitely can't wait to see what happens if we get all three, Martin Stein, Ronnie Raymond, and this new guy, 3 Firestorm possibilities. And can the 3 of them go together? And let's say this 4th guy was compatible. He's not. What if all 4 had gone together? Or what if these 3 guys, because we know Ronnie Raymond and Martin Stein are compatible. What about Ronnie Raymond and this new guy? What about those 2 compatibilities? Because we know that the 2 young guys are compatible with Dr. Stein, and what about the 2 together? What about all 3 in one? Would that do anything? If the 2 guys both, could they all 3 go into being triple as powerful, or at least half, or would be like 1.5 times as powerful, because there's only an extra person, not 4. But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. So we'll have to wait and see with, when the last little bit comes on. So we'll see. That ending, mind-boggling. The shark thing. I mean, I don't know who that shark thing. Only shark person I can think of is a Marvel character, actually, an old Nightcrawler character from Excalibur series. I think the guy's name is actually Todd. At least the shark's name was, but definitely can't wait to see what comes back. And wow, Shield is on. I gotta go. So yeah, amazing ending. This brings the whole level of the show, even though it was very predictable, still makes it worthwhile. Coming back to it and stuff. So wow, yeah, wow, speechless. Don't know what to say. Oh my god.